worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to...
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Arizona Cardinals. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Down. 15, line it. 15 line. Watch the safety. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 13. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This is Logan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
That ball complete to Isabella. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Logan, and a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll run this with Homer. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Travis Homer, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Mercilus barreling in for the sack. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, it's Logan. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it here with Logan. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down, and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Logan, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, it's right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. Kentrell Brice in on the tackle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Go!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Returnable here from the 38. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards that time. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open. Well,
tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 30. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Andy Isabella was the intended target. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go now. 18, 8, 7.
They'll set up to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Panthers are going to recover here. That should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet.